Yo, welcome to the Winning Move podcast. Today I'm going to talk about how I think I failed my company more, and this one is one of them more than I've ever done before, and it's in a way that I didn't think would ever really be possible. Right? Like, oh, I think I'm good at that. This is what I do. This is what I do. I'm going to talk a little bit about this, but hopefully you can avoid this yourself. Let's tune in.
Welcome to the Winning Move podcast. I'm your host, Stratton Brown. I interview successful entrepreneurs from around the world to see what moves they've made in their lives to get successful and, more importantly, stay successful. I'm here to make sure you can create a better life for you and your family. Let's tune in.
Yo, welcome to the Winning Move podcast. I'm your host, Stratton Brown. Today I'm going to talk about how I failed my company bigger than I ever really thought I could before, man. Like, it's wild. And this one is inside of Call Magicians, right? We have a couple other companies that we're running at the moment. And last night Call Magicians, we've grown so fast. I was like, man, we need to fucking implement EOS even better, all this stuff. And so I'm going on the internet last night and I'm going through the EOS website. And it was a business checkup. And it's a business checkup that you can go on EOS and do it yourself. And I sent it to 20 people inside of my management team. And here are the questions. And it blew me away. I mean, obviously, I'm super out of 100. I gave myself a F score, right? I gave our company an F score because I think we can always do better. Most of our employees, and these are people in upper management, gave us like 70 to 100. And I was like, I mean, number one, why the fuck are you so positive? Like, that doesn't, if I'm here and you're there, number one, there's a big gap. Where is this big gap and how can we address it? And so we talked about that today. But it was a 20-question organizational checkup. And the first question that everybody scored us low on, that I thought I did a really, really good job on, was saying our 10-year target, big, long-term range business goal is clear, communicated regularly, and is shared by all. Right. And so I know within this next year, I want to hit 8 figures in this company, right? And I thought everybody was on board. I thought everybody was ready to go. I thought nobody had any questions. And I thought I was relaying it to the team. I thought the whole team was on board. They knew it. They knew why they were doing their job. They knew what they were trying to achieve. And then I sent out this survey today. And I mean, this was a shot at my fucking chest, right? To where I think, oh yeah, you're a good leader. You're painting the vision, everything else. And that was the number one lowest score out of 5, is that the team didn't know the 10-year target. I wasn't painting the vision of what our 10-year goal was. Like, what are we trying to achieve? How can they achieve what they want to achieve within what I'm trying to achieve, right? Us as a company is trying to achieve. And I talk about this shit all the time. And I feel like I am a broken record, but then still to this day, most of our upper management didn't think that they knew where we were going good enough, right? And so our 10-year goal, I think we wanted to get to at least 100 million. And that's my fault for not knowing that every day. I'm worried about the next year. Like, hey, we want to get to at least 10 to 20 million next year. We have everything in place, right? We need to make sure everything is running the right way. But no one on our team fucking knew. No one. Like, I was talking to our COO and she was like, yeah, I mean, we've talked about it 3 times. 3 times. And then what this created is that nobody knew where we were going. And then nobody knew why they were doing what they were doing and why our core values were our core values, right? So one of our core values is striving for excellence. But nobody knew why we were striving for excellence. What are we trying to help our clients with, right? And this one obviously is with Call Magicians, right? And we want to help them make as much money as humanly possible. We want to help them grow their business. And then we want ourselves to make more money than I need to make it. So we're making so much money that I can make everyone else in there. All their dreams can fit. Everything is right there. And that way they know they can stay with us and they can see a future with us. And I was having a conversation with several different people today to where they, hey, yeah, so it's been a year and some change, or it's been here, it's been there. And so I'm just wondering, like, what's my future with the company? And I'm sitting there, what the fuck do you mean? And then I had to realize I haven't been telling them where the fuck we're gonna go. Me, the person, oh, Strat, you think so big. Like, and that's my ego talking, right? Oh, Stratton, you think so big. No, we're onto some big things. We're really pushing, blah, blah, blah. Yes, I may talk to it on social media, but am I talking to it into our team consistently day in and day out? This is what the fuck we're setting out to accomplish. And I haven't, right? And I think that has been my biggest failure so far. I would say this has been my biggest failure, is not relaying where we are going, right? Because it goes into the, what is it, proverb of someone just laying bricks, or someone laying bricks to build a cathedral, right? It was, nobody knew what cathedral we were building, or even if we were building a cathedral. It was like, oh yeah, so I guess we're building bricks. I don't know how long we're going to be laying bricks. I don't know what we're doing, but they tell me I'm okay at my job, so I guess I'm just going to keep on pushing. To where now, right, okay, no, we are shooting for at least $10 million next year in revenue, no matter what. That is where we are going. Why are core values this way? You're doing this because our standard of excellence is so high. If you cannot stick with us, then you're gone, right? And if you don't want to be here, and like you don't like pushing hard, you don't want more, then you're gone. And one of our employees was like, hey, am I in trouble for telling you that I want more? And because this is like a one-on-one coaching conversation with my leads manager, right, who runs pretty much like our wholesale company for our partners. I was like, bro, no, that's me. This is where I fucked up. This is where I didn't show you where we were going. I didn't tell you what our revenue goals are. I didn't tell you like what we're trying to net every month, how you can be a part of it, how you can make more cash, how you can have more fun, how you can enjoy your life more. I'm just sitting there working away, and I'm not painting the picture for everyone, right? And to where that is really the visionary role. Yes, we do have like the big dreams and everything else, but we got to paint the picture, and we got to be out there leading of, this is where we're going. This is where we're going. This is where we're going. To where this isn't something I've ever really ran into before, right? I'm just sitting here like, yeah, this is what we do. We're out here to have a good time. We're going to go make some money. We expect the best, blah, blah, blah. But nobody knew why or where we were going. And this has been my biggest failure to date. So if you are leading a team, make sure, number one, they know why they're doing what they're doing, right? So, oh, I'm cold calling. Oh, why are you cold calling? Oh, I'm cold calling to help business owners grow their business so they can whatever, right? Whatever you want that vision statement to be. Like, okay, well, I'm going to lock up a deal. Why are you going to lock up a deal? Well, I'm locking up a deal so I can help this homeowner out and alleviate all their problems and all of their stress. Whatever it needs to be, like, okay, well, why are we doing the things that we do? And then that way they can keep on pushing to those big, hairy, audacious revenue goals that you want to achieve. If I didn't even tell them like, hey, this is where we're going and what we're doing, then nobody cares, right? We want them to care about the goals. And I think we want them to care about the goal, and we want them to stay with us forever, to see they can build whatever they want. Their life will be perfect if they stay with us, if they stay with our team, with our company. They can imagine whatever they want, and they know they'll be able to achieve it working for us. And that is one thing that I completely let our team down in. It was a massive, I want to say my biggest failure so far. Multiple people want to grow more. What's the next thing? Cigar Knights, bro. Cigar Knights was a massive hit. I know we got some promos coming out, but for you guys who came, thank you so much. I know I announced this on social not too long ago, but we raised $3,500 in charity. And so for the next tickets, I'm raising the prices. If you guys want to go to the next one, I'm guessing it'll be in January. RSVP now. I'm raising the prices. We can make such a big impact with this, right? Donating to this charity, Operation Underground Railroad, to where it sticks with me so hard. Someone could get their kid kidnapped and that kid gets put into sex trafficking. Like, it's insanity and it's awful, to where if we can donate whatever we can to them, all the better. And at the same time, if we get to go drink and smoke with our friends, why not, right? I get to go pay $100, $200, $300, $400, $500 to just go drink and smoke with my friends for a night and learn more about real estate and hear someone amazing talk. To where my friend Michael Ray went to prison for mortgage fraud, and he was making multiple seven figures doing this, had boat boats, lived on the water at Laguna Beach, nice cars, everything, lost it all. And his number one thing he said is, I woke up and I was chasing the money, but the money was my master and I wasn't happy. Right? To where I'm always, you don't want to chase money because it's like a dog and it'll run away. You want to attract things to you. But I'm always thinking about how I can make more money in my businesses, in my life, whatever I'm doing. But it was interesting to see someone who was, I mean, when you're making multiple seven figures a year, you don't really need cash, right? Like you don't need, oh, well, I need more. I mean, only thing I will need more for would be a jet, right? Like, okay, but then I have my jet. But after that, I want more impact. Like, am I helping people? Are people in my companies growing? Like, what is going on there? And it was just amazing to see. It's like, no, bro, all that went away. I was miserable. He got raided. His house got raided by the feds and everything. And then now here he is. He's making seven figures again, right? Because once you learn how to do it, you're going to do it again, right? You know how to do it, which is pretty fascinating. He's already set that level of vibration for himself. So this is where he was at. He dropped, and then now he's back up here again. He's even going further and further and reaching new heights. But now that he's making seven figures, again, he's just talking about the law, like attracting the money and really operating his unique ability and living the life he wants to live and not feeling like he's always so overwhelmed. It has been absolutely, it's been amazing knowing, and his name is Michael Ray. It's been Alan. Alan says $30K a month gets you everything you need besides a jet and a yacht. I've thought about that, and I truly don't think so. Just off of $300,000 a year, let's say we have some massive medical bills and we have someone die, and we could come up with a pretty common scenario to where I think we need more than $300,000 a year, right? But if, as far as like means that you need to live off of, unless you are absolutely going hard out of your mind, yeah, like you should be good off of $30,000 a year. That's what I think. But right, I say that, and well, $30,000 a month consistently, and that's just rental portfolio income. I don't have that, right? So let's say I get to a point where I'm making $50,000 a month. No matter what I do, I am not there yet. Yes, we make that much money every month, but it's a grind, it's a push, it's a work. Like we got to work for that shit constantly. But when I stop, it's over. Our assets aren't bringing in that much, right? We have our businesses, but then even those things can go away, right? So I'd still like to diversify a little bit, but I don't think $30,000 a month is enough for you to feel like super safe, really safe. No matter what you do, nothing bad will happen, right? Off of $30,000 a month, I just don't think that's possible. And depending on where you live, right? If you're in the middle of America, that shit might happen. But the next thing that I want to talk about is addressing your stress and growing pains in your business. So it's the other day. I think it's the day of Cigar Knights. And I am up at 4:30. I'm talking to one of my mentors at 5 a.m., stressed out of my mind, talking to him, bro, how the fuck do I handle this? I'm making more money in my life than I've ever made before. I'm more stressed than I've ever been before. And I think it's because of X, X, and X. And he talks me through that scenario of what I need to do. And the stress still didn't go away. And then I'm talking to other people. And the stress is from we need to perform in everything that we do. Right. And then at the same time, if we're forking out all this money, we need all this money to come back in. I don't care what anybody says, this shit's still a rat race, no matter what you're doing. And the stress came from the massive amounts of growing pains that we're having in all of our companies, right? We're doing so much and we've gotten so good at what we do that we've increased all of our clients that are coming in every which way. What's going on, Jake? That everything is broken. Everything is, all those systems and processes are broken. And that's why I was diving into the EOS stuff. And he always tells me, bro, it is fucking growing pains. It's growing pains. It's growing pains. It's growing pains. It's growing pains. And what he means by growing pains, right? Like you're learning new things. You got to develop new skills. It's like, okay, now I got to learn how to lead a high level sales team. I've never done that. Most of our stuff is lead generation. But as far as high level sales, closing, locking them down, I haven't done that yet. So I got to learn that skill. I got to learn how to be more organized. I got to learn all of our online marketing stuff. I really don't want to outsource it because I know once I learn how to copyright good enough and I learn how to make funnels, I'll never, ever have to work another day in my life. Well, not work, but I'll never be worried about money. Right? Yes, with wholesale, I'm not really worried about money, but that's another tool in my tool belt. At this point, I can send out an email and I can make a decent amount of cash to where all my bills are paid for. It's pretty wild. But getting better at that and then growing our businesses through online marketing, everything else. If you guys aren't using email, you are seriously dropping the ball because we generate a lot of money off of email in our companies every month. But those growing pains are, bro, they're so shitty. And I hope you do get the growing pains. And I talk to some of my mentees like, bro, what are our new problems? What new problems are we running into every month? Like if you call me and I told you to do something and you didn't do it, then you bitch at me for the same thing. Like, bro, where are we at? Like, why are you calling me again? Like, you need to be calling me about something else. You need to be calling me about something new that happened. But their growing pains are always going to be so stressful. I honestly don't think my stress will ever go away because I don't want to say I'm a perfectionist, but I want to be the best. I want everything to be the best. Up until lately, the most I'd ever been stressed is when I played college football because I put such high expectations on myself, from my family, from the coaches, from the team, of me wanting to be the fucking best. But I created all that stress for myself. But in my personal opinion, if I'm not the best, what am I doing? If I am not dominating, what am I doing? Like if we're going to go into something, start it. If we're not the best and we aren't giving our clients everything that they fucking need to where like, oh my God, how could I have gone anywhere else? Or, wow, I've worked with you. I worked with someone else and it's just not even the same. If anyone who experiences anything that is around me doesn't feel that way, then I'm doing something wrong, right? Then there's too many average people, right? Like, do you want to leave an impression on the world, right? Do you want to have an obituary? Do you want like an autobiography, like a biography? People are like, hey, this is what this dude accomplished. This is what this girl accomplished. This is what this person accomplished, and this is how they changed the world. And I try and think in those longer time horizons just so I can make more of an impact and so I can strive so much more. But that's really all I got, guys. Anybody on Facebook who's watching, if you guys have any questions, let me know. But to cover again, guys, relay the vision to the company. Relay it. What are our goals? Why are we doing what we're doing? Why are we always striving to be the best? And then Cigar Knights was an amazing success. And then painting, stress, deal with it. And then growing pains. Growing pains are always there, and they're never going to go away. If you guys are in Orlando, I'll be in Orlando on Friday. And then I will be in Phoenix the following weekend I'll be in Phoenix the following weekend. Then I'll be in Austin the week after that. If you guys are in any of those cities, shoot me a DM. I'd love to connect with you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of the Winning Move Podcast. I hope it helps you make all the right moves in your life and business. Please make sure to go like and subscribe on any podcast platform that you're listening to, and make sure to go follow me on Instagram @StratDaddy. Thank you guys so much. I'll talk to you soon.